Hi to everybody, my name is Carlos and I'm going to start a series of video tutorials on how to do about film photography. This is the stuff I have gotten by the years since I started to study, and I will teach you how to use them, how to take photos, how to develop film, and how to print black and white photos. If I have chance, I can teach you how to develop color film and maybe make some color prints. And eventually, with time, you may be able to do some color slides. I hope you'll enjoy what I'm going to teach you, and see you next time. After that briefly introduction about myself, I'm going to talk about the most important tool we're going to be using, that is going to be our cameras. Cameras came in all forms and sizes, and nowadays has become a mainstream activity since all cell phones, almost every cell phone has a camera attached to it. But when we used to have film photography, we have to buy a separate machine to do that. So in this case, I'm going to discuss about these different kinds of camera. Well, at least two are most similar to each other, but I'm going to talk about each one. We have discussed before, I showed you how a camera works properly. This is an old camera from the 1960s. It has all mechanical stuff, and all its mechanism is inside the lens itself. The next two cameras, these two, one Kodak, one Polaroid, are what we call point and shot cameras, which these cameras don't have any kind of manual settings or something that the user can select by themselves. This one is a very easy to use camera. It's just you load film, you charge it and shoot. By the time, well, the battery has spoiled the flash system, so this camera doesn't have any flash functions. Differently with this Polaroid. This Polaroid is from the later models, and this one has a little computer that knows which kind of film you're loading to it, so it can adjust the exposure by itself. It has another two functions like panoramic view that just puts some shades, and a date. It can print the date on the film. And lastly, but most common among photographers, are the single lens reflex cameras. These are the most used cameras around. This model in particular is an electronic model from Canon. These cameras are very similar to digital cameras because these were the last ones to use film. But in the case of my tutorials, well, I teach you how to use a camera like this one, or even older, or even newer, I don't know. But with that knowledge, you're going to be able to use any of the other cameras, as long as we will try to try developing. And in that case, don't worry about which camera you're using. The process of developing is the same for every kind of film and camera.